Hi class. Alrighty, for our last activity, we are going to be putting all of these skills together from the previous activities. So we will be continuing to find common denominators and use our comparison symbols so that we can compare fractions. So this activity will allow you to kind of teach this because you will be talking through and solving different problems as you go. And to do this, we'll be using Explain Everything, which is maybe a new tool to some of you, and I think you will really enjoy it. And to do this, you will be answering our essential questions, which are: what do we first need to do when comparing fractions? How do we use our symbols to compare fractions? And when would you see fractions being compared in your own life? So again, thinking out of the school. And to complete this activity, we will go to our Canvas page, and again we'll click Modules and go down to Activity 3 and Comparing Fractions. So here it tells you your questions again, and these are the problems you will be solving, so it might be a good idea to write down these problems so that you have them when you go into Explain Everything again, and so you know them. So for example, you're comparing 3/4 to 1/2 and 3/5 to 4/5. So you will click our link of Explain Everything, and you might have to create an account, so you'll just go to Account, and when you do it with the sign in with the Google account, and then just use your school email. So when you get in, it should look something like this, and we will start a new project. So you will click the plus mark, and when you get here, choose whiteboard because that just gives you a blank slate. And then we are going to choose with microphone on because you will be talking through as you work, and so I want to be able to hear how you're discussing it. So you are going to choose join with microphone on. For now I'm going to turn it off just so the audio doesn't get messed up with this video. But as you can see over here, you have your tools. So you have a pen, you have maybe a marker style, and then an eraser, some shapes, text box you could do, and then just some other things, and then your undo button over here. So the first thing you are going to do is just write out your first problem. So I'm going to grab the pencil, and I know it is 3/4 and 1/2. So you're just going to click and drag your finger, and that's how it's going to draw it for you. And then I like to put a box because then I know I have to put my comparison symbol and 1/2. So then you're just going to work through and solve this, and you're going to show your work, and as you show your work, I want you to explain your thinking. So that's when make sure that this microphone button here is on, and you could grab a different color, and you're just going to be like, I would multiply this by whatever, and what I do to the top I have to do to the bottom, and just completely show your work. And but before you start, make sure you would click this button because that is what will start recording your screen. That's important. Can't forget that. You have to remember to click the button when you're ready to start. So whether you want to go write out all the problems first and then go back and record, it's up to you, or you could draw them as you go. So after you solved one problem, you would just continue to move on to your other problems. And how you would do this is create another page. So if you go down here, there's a plus mark, and you would just click the plus mark, and here you can see that you have 2 pages now. So now you have a new page, and you would just write the next problem. So the next problem is 3/5 and 4/5. So then you would solve that, and there's 7 problems, so then you would again just keep adding pages after you solved, and don't forget to explain as you go on. And so you're just going to keep working through these and do each of these steps for each problem. Once you have completed all of the problems, then you will want to get a link so that I can view it as well. So then you're going to go up here with the square and the arrow, and then you'll click web video link. And then right up here, you can title your video to whatever you want. So maybe last name, explain everything, and choose copy link. So once it says copied, then you can click done and go back to your Canvas page. One thing, going back on explain everything, make sure you stop recording after you have finished all 7. So start it once you start, and stop it once you have finished solving all of the problems. And I don't expect perfection from that either. If you make a mistake, just go on. It doesn't have to be perfect when you're recording either. So then you're back here, and you're going to go to the assignment page. And again, I've just listed everything to make sure you have. Make sure you include how you are going to apply this at some point while you're working on the problems. Just verbally say, I could apply this somehow. And one thing to maybe think about is how you might think about how you might use it, or you might think of people who might use it in their jobs too. So thinking of different professions. So then you'll choose submit assignment, and you will just copy and paste your link there, and that should allow me, and then submit it, and that should allow me to view this. I hope you guys enjoy using this tool and find it helpful to talk through all of the problems that I have given you. And feel free to, while you go, just be like, oh, I don't know if I understand that. Ask questions as you go, because I will be looking at them to help you and provide feedback.